out doing errands and I decided to stop and go on this little hike. Little rainbow reminders. I feel like rainbows are magic and reminders of magic. We got some sweet potatoes for me and the dogs, some free and clear dish soap, cottage cheese, and yogurt and sour cream, some sausage, grass-fed ground beef, bananas, avocado, some oven mitts that I got from the dollar store that I'm gonna hopefully stitch some cute things into to make them more lively. We have really been enjoying smoothies lately. I had a smoothie every day that I was in Utah last week and I loved it. Ethan is a huge lover of smoothies as well. We usually do raw milk, yogurt, some fruit, our animal-based protein powder, some peanut butter, and they're pretty good, but I would love to try something different. I put matcha in this smoothie. If you guys have any smoothie recipes, leave them below for us to try out. I love a good berry in our smoothies, and we didn't have that this week. I've really been wanting to do this for a while. It's been on my Pinterest board for our kitchen table or some placemats. I love the mismatching chairs, the mismatching ribbon, and little rags wrapped around the cute cups, the handmade candles. Is Aiden's part the hook? Thanks for sharing. The cutest nappers in the land, huh? Hey, I'm having a little midday snack. I'm so hungry, hungrier than usual. I also haven't had much of an appetite, so maybe my appetite's kind of spiking. I'm really craving chicken fingers and fries with ranch. That's like a real confession right now, but we're gonna have an orange. I got home from Salt Lake almost a week ago and I got hit with a cold hard. I'm also never sick, so when I'm sick it just feels really intense. A little lesson I'm learning during this time of being sick is how to honor myself and not push past my point, because I know that rest and good food and sun is what I need when I'm sick. I'm really learning to not bypass my needs over and over and over again, but I've also felt some real guilt when resting this week. Such an interesting little process I'm going through over here. A mantra I'm also loving this week from a podcast I watched is I do not go without. I will not go without. I will not be without. They were referring to money. I've just been carrying that prayer around with me all week just because there's been some weird bumps and turns and things like that. And I'm still not making money from social media, so yeah. It's also really hard to keep up with the filming load while being sick and while being on a trip. It just all felt like too much all at once. Jumping ship. Social media has felt especially dark this week because someone I follow is possibly going through something and the whole internet is taking it into their own hands to add their opinions, make videos about it. Honestly making me feel very sick to my stomach just seeing the way that other humans lack boundaries and empathy. So I've really been called to stay off the internet because yesterday I was really feeling that dark energy. I was not being able to enjoy my life, this life, the one that I'm living. It just felt like I really needed to hop off and not engage. Fake news is so weird and the way it makes me feel is so weird. I really just want to bring light and authenticity and truth and grounded energy to the internet. It is a place that I would like to grow a community, so there's lots of curiosities around how I would like to go about that. So I haven't been filming this week because it's been really hard. I've been trying to honor myself. Today is probably the best I've felt. I just am still feeling congested up here. Something else I'm navigating, I'm just giving like a little life update right now. Something else I'm navigating is I'm starting to follow a lot more strong, powerful women on the internet. I'm working through comparison, jealousy, envy. There's not enough room, just all types of things that we were probably raised to believe and that I will continuously unfold and unwork as time goes on and I get to connect with more women and support more women and celebrate more women. Because at the deepest part of my core, that's what I want. I want to celebrate women and I want to be celebrated, and it just comes with all this unfolding and it's beautiful and I'll be here for it. It feels good to share it and not feel like it's something to feel shame over, but no, it's something I've got to work on. I've been cleaning up today. It may not look like it. It does need to be cleaned up down here again. And then I clean up upstairs. I've been cleaning up mentally, writing lists, organizing ideas that I want to do for content, and it's been a good day. I think that that's all I'll share for now. I have a whole list of things I want to get done, but I'm still trying to honor my sick body, so I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, then get to it if I feel like it. I just took a good little break and cleaned up the outside, swept off the rug, picked up after my dogs, my naughty dogs, and it's so beautiful out here. Ethan brought me some tenders home. I'm so excited. I'm gonna eat them out here. This is the life. Hold on tight. This is the dream. It's all I need. You never know where you'll find it. Look at this guy. He's just hanging out on the shed outside of our trailer. I absolutely love this little paper roller that I got for Christmas that I can make art on. This was a direct gift for my inner child. I love using it. I love seeing the colors. I love seeing it come to life. This is also an exercise that I just sit down and do for 15-20 minutes, and it helps the artist in me. I like to go on Pinterest first and just look up cute abstract art and pull from that or be inspired by that. I'm not necessarily in the place of my art journey where I can just freely think of ideas. Especially because I'm documenting so much and coming up with content ideas, I feel like that's where that energy is put. So I love to just play off of other artists' art and get my reps in and find consistency in my art journey. I found these tomatoes on Pinterest and I loved how lazy they were and fun and funky, and the shapes didn't have to be perfect. I also love the colors of this little project that I'm doing. I love looking at color. That's why there's a lot of color in our trailer, because I feel like it activates a certain part of my brain and just brings more joy into my life, period. And I really like how this turned out, really fun, funky, and just something fun to look at in my space. I don't know what to do with these after, but they are something I would like to keep. I would like to keep all of my art somewhere just to be able to look back at it. It has been a very quiet day. I have had a bunch of emotions. I wrote a whole SUBSTACK about having an inner world that's chaotic and how I ground. Just really reflecting today on being a level-headed woman. I'm still feeling sick, which is no fun. I'm gonna lay down, watch a show, and make some dinner. I'm gonna make sweet potatoes, ground beef, cottage cheese, avocado. It's a dish that we did when I was on the interior design job about a month ago, and I've seen it floating around TikTok. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's been a really weird week. Just relaxing and taking a lot more breaks than usual, but it's good for me. So much unfolding, so much unfolding in my inner world, and it's been so emotionally turbulent today that I just don't have many words for it, and if I do, I will share.